Oh my gosh. Buried. Okay, Kimmy, you're next. Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd take you along with me as I make some pizza dough for dinner later on tonight. We're dealing with Fern. She's out there causing havoc, and this is just one of the things I've been doing today to kind of stay busy. All right, so I'm gonna do everything by eyeballing it, and in my stand mixer, I've already got 2 cups of water, as well as about a tablespoon of yeast, probably. And I like to use honey instead of sugar, so I put that in there and I've let it bloom. Focus. There you go. You can see where it's like bubbly. So into this, I just add about, probably like a teaspoon and a half, give or take. Let me see if I can get this in here. Try to eyeball it. Of salt. Oop, that's definitely plenty. And then I go with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Yeah, that's probably good. Like I said, I just kind of eyeball this. Give that a little whirl. I may have kind of overdid it with the salt there. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out later on. And then for me, I would say generally, I'm up here in Western Pennsylvania. See, I need a tripod or something to do this. But I use, I'm using bread flour today. And most days when I'm making either pizza dough or bread, I can't do this with one hand. Let's see. And I'm going to say this is probably going to take about 5.5 to 6 cups. And this is going to be this will generally make 2 pies for my family. Or I've even used, instead of splitting it into 2, I've used it for like a focaccia bread and made like a tomato, basil, onion, some kind of focaccia bread. But I always like to start with like 2 down in the bowl. Raise her up and start chugging away, getting that going. Kind of slow, starting slow. And then I'll just gradually start adding in the rest of the flour as we go. But yeah, let me just check back in with you guys once I get that going and show you what it looks like. Alright, so I'm back showing where I'm at with this. I am dumping in the rest of my 5th cup. And I'm feeling like I might not need the extra half. So I'm going to turn this off, drop my bowl, and try to get all this down off of the hook. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the camera, make sure you guys aren't looking at the ceiling. And just get all that down. Doesn't feel Okay, it's got stickiness to it. All right, yeah, I'm gonna let that go and see how we are. I feel like I'm not gonna need the extra half cup, and that's probably because I was measuring literally without, let's see if what I want to do here. Yeah, I wasn't, usually I pour flour into my cup and then I like level it off, but no, I was dunking the whole thing in and then I just kind of leveled off what I had. So yeah, I'm gonna let this go and I'm gonna see what we have, and we'll come back and let you know if I went with another half cup or not. See you in a second. All right, this is where we're at. I want to say it's about 8 or 10 minutes. This has been kneading in the bowl. So I'm just going to take this hook off, get that out of the way, and yeah, that's good. Knead a little bit in the bowl here, not very much really, honestly. I wish I had my tripod set up for this. And I'm just going to flop it into this bowl. I greased this bowl with some olive oil. Let's see if I could punch this down a little bit. There we go. Trying to see what I'm doing. Not very good at this. I want to kind of get it into a ball. You see? Turn it over on itself. There we go. There we go. A little better. A little better. And yeah, just gonna got oil all over there. Take my little towel, cover it up, and it's pretty warm in the house. We've had the heat on even though it's been like freezing outside. I want to say, I don't think we're in the negatives anymore, but this is a good warm spot. I might move it over to the stove, but I have some dishes to do. So I'm going to let this sit, and that's where it's at, right? Down there in the bottom of the bowl. I'm not sure how big this bowl is, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and let that rise and do its thing, and come back and revisit it. The kids want to do like individual, like personal pan pizzas, so we'll just kind of chop it up into, however many, I don't know. Usually I break this into two, so we'll probably make it into like, let's see, maybe like two, so probably four. So maybe like 16. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yep, stay tuned. I'll be back with more to show you that later. Hey guys, literally forgot to go with the last video and show you what we were doing next. But anyhow, so we are just stretching out these little pizza rounds for the kids so they can make their own pizzas. I just made them into balls, let them rest a little while, and then, yep, that's that. Put them on a pan, and they'll load them up and dress them how they want. I decided I was going to make some bagels. So, since they're just like little personal pan size, we're just going with it. Put 2 on a pan, 3, and made some sauce and stuff, and they're good to go. Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to hop on here and kind of, I guess, give a better update on some of the content that I did earlier today. It's crazy how busy life gets, and like all the kids and all the animals and all the things. But today was pretty low key day, pretty chill. we've had the Storm Fern. She came through, dropped a lot of snow. I think last time I checked, I stuck a stick outside and I uploaded some of those pictures in the beginning. It was like up to like 17, 18 inches. So I left it at that. I'm going to see if we get anything overnight and what it looks like in the morning. But we've been pretty good. We've been staying warm. Everything's been smooth sailing. No issues or hiccups with the power or anything like that. So pretty grateful for that. But yeah, so it was just kind of a chill day. I actually don't feel like I was very productive as far as school stuff was concerned. We do have, I think they declared it a state of emergency. So we do have like limited travel. And I know that the college or the university is shut down. The kids' schools are shut down tomorrow. And I don't know what that looks like for Tuesday. But as far as tomorrow goes, I am online. I have one class, and he decided to do a Zoom class. It's my genetics lab. So that's what I'll be looking forward to tomorrow. But I didn't get too much further along on a lot of other things that I wish I had. So I'm hoping that that will change, and tomorrow I'll be able to like ramp up, I guess, and get ahead of where I am and where I want to be. Um, yeah, so we did the pizzas. I was started it and was like, oh, I should record this because this is something that we do a lot. And I was like, that'd be great. I can like kind of show the process. Did not think about it at all as far as setting up or having the camera in a certain, angle or being able to have like, like both hands free and stuff. Like right now. It's weird because I'm like holding my phone. But yeah. So we did that. Then I showed you some clips because I totally forgot to like go back and get my phone and hit record and all that stuff. But the kids made their own little pizzas how they wanted them, and we threw them in. I ended up just making like a calzone at the end. So I was like, why don't we just have like, calzone pizza calzone. Didn't really have like the ricotta or anything like that, but just like to throw that in because I was working on the bagels. If you saw in the video, I had that dough sitting there. I was like, I've got to make this. I can't just let it sit there. I probably could have totally thrown it in the fridge, let it kind of like sit, ferment, if you will, and whatever. But I was like, no, just do it. Just do it, Manda. Just get it done. So um, I made those bagels and they look like they came out pretty good and they are tasty. Definitely tried one at the end there. I couldn't wait. They say when you make bagels that they taste so much better the day after, how they've had a chance to cool off completely and set and whatnot. But couldn't wait. We don't wait around here, especially when I make fresh bread. I always have to end up making like an extra loaf no matter what, because that first one, everybody wants to just tear into it, hot bread. But yeah, so that's that. And that's kind of like what it looked like with the snow today, where we're at. There was you'll see like the first video was just kind of like what it was like this morning, like before it really started getting going. And then later in the afternoon, probably around 1 or 2, maybe more like 2:30, the guys came by and they plowed my driveway. These are the guys that I have come around and help me out in the summertime, in the spring, sometimes with my yard work. So I am so grateful that I requested them to, be have me be on the list for the winter because I was like, I don't really want to deal with too much snow this year. And sure enough, look, we're just getting hammered. But yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to give you a little recap on kind of the clips that I put in this video and kind of talk about some of the things I completely forgot to mention or go back over on and all the things. So yeah, if you ever want me to do some more videos of me actually going through the entire process from start to finish and laying out the ingredients, I pretty much eyeball everything nowadays. Um, yeah, I could certainly would love to do that. I need to get like the tripod situation figured out and all the good things going with that. But that's in the works. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed and you all have been safe and stay warm with this storm. So I know it's affecting like everyone. Just everyone is getting affected in some form or fashion. So hopefully you guys have had a great day and everybody is good. But until next time, I will see you then. Peace.